Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot. See this? See this? Same name, Tripltek. This is a Tripltek 9 Pro. I've reviewed it many times in the past. It is awesome for drone pilots. Probably the most durable tablet on the market for a drone pilot. Also the most brightest screen on the market that you can buy today. Well, now Tripltek has launched the Tripltek Mini. It is a cell phone style tablet for drone pilots, photographers, and pretty much anybody out in the wild, you know, like ATV, motorcyclists. It's perfect for that. So essentially the Tripltek Mini is an unlocked cell phone. Now it's supposed to be one of the lightest cell phones on the market, lighter than iPhones. Tripltek says it weighs 204 grams, but I weighed it and in my test it weighs 214 grams. What's so great about this cell phone, you ask? Well, it's the only cell phone on the market that you can buy in the world that has a 1300 nit display with sustained brightness. So what does that mean? Every cell phone on the market has certain nits for brightness, but that brightness only lasts as long as the power from the battery can supply it. So as soon as the cell phone detects that the battery's getting weak, your brightness goes down. iPhones are a good example of that. How many times have I done a review and you watch the review I'm making and I complain about my iPhone going dark because of the bright sunlight? Yep, that's what happens. But this cell phone won't do that. Let me tell you the other good things about this cell phone. It does come with 6 gigs of RAM for the processor and you get 128 gigs of storage. Yep, it just comes standard with 128 gigs. If you ever go try to buy yourself a cell phone, they usually have only 64 gigs. Also, it's unlocked, as I mentioned. It is a 4G phone, not a 5G phone, but what do you expect? Now, since it has a super bright display, that means it's really going to task the battery. So it has a very large battery in here, a 5,000 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery, I believe. So I don't want to make this video too long, so how about I show you a few more details about this phone. Watch this. Looking at the front of the phone, you can see it's a sleek black design with a 2160 by 1080 resolution. Here we can see it's a 6.1 inch LED backlit display. Here we have the back of the phone. Do you notice anything missing, such as a camera and flash? On the bottom of the phone, you'll find 2 speakers, as well as a USB-C data port and charging port. On the right-hand side of the phone, you'll find the volume controls, as well as the power button and fingerprint sensor. On the left-hand side is where you can add an additional 2 terabytes of memory via a micro SD card. You can also put your SIM card here so you have phone access. Here we see the top of the phone does not have any ports or buttons. However, if you look at the top of the phone screen, you can make out the forward-facing camera. Powering on the phone, you're presented with this screen and animation. And here we have the main home screen as it comes out of the box. Swipe down from the top right to access all your quick menu items such as screen brightness. The home screen contains all the Google apps. Swiping to the left gives your second screen of apps, and you'll see that the manual is actually part of the phone. Tap on it to learn more about the phone. The settings icon is where you need to go for the first time to set up your phone to have it configured to your liking. I did check to see if there was a system update for the phone out of the box, and from what I could see, no update was required. I did download the DJI Fly app, which I'll use later in this video. I also downloaded a few games that had nice graphics just to check out how everything was working. I didn't see any issues. The only camera on this phone is a 24 megapixel forward-facing camera, which has a pretty good zoom on it. The camera settings are shown here. By not placing a camera on the rear, it's just one less thing that you have to worry about breaking. One app that I was glad to see that is already pre-installed is a screen capture app. Now I did install the Dev Info app so I could learn more about this phone. So if you look at the screen, you're going to learn all about this phone and you will not have to ask me millions of questions about the phone. On this screen you can see all the registered information about this phone, so you can see that nothing is fake, it's all been licensed. The phone does run on Android 13, and on this screen you can learn all about the build information. This screen shows information on the 64-bit 8-core processor. On this screen we see the amount of RAM in the phone as well as the amount of internal storage. Here we see the health of the very large battery in this phone. This screen gives us information about the display on this phone. And finally, this screen tells us that the phone has 15 sensors, and they are all listed here. One item I'd like to point out is that the fit and finish on this phone is done extremely well. Not only that, the bezels are pretty high quality. They're kind of thin for a phone at this price range. As well, the display looks very sharp. Now, due to the large battery, I do not find this phone to be very thin. It's a little bulky for its size. The phone's refresh rate seems about normal for a phone in this price range. In my tests, I did find that the audio volume and the sound quality was a bit lacking. Listen.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot, but today I'm going to be an RC helicopter pilot because look what I have. This is brand new on the market.
The phone does come with a wall power supply and USB-C cable. In addition, my phone arrived with an HDMI 4K input cable. Now, charging the phone by USB-C works perfectly fine. However, if you want to charge the phone by wireless charging, it does not work. I could not get it to work. You can see here the wireless charger is not sending out any current. As well, if I check the phone, it shows that it's not charging. Now, the next thing I want to show you is me taking this out and trying it with a drone on the worst possible day ever. What I mean by that is if you're out with a cell phone on a sunny day, it's not too bad. You just have the glare of the sun, but you have no other glare. But if you go out on a sunny day with overcast skies, well, then you have the glare of the clouds and you can't see anything. So let me show you. That was the day for this. Let me show you. Here we go. All right, we're out here with the Tripltek Mini and we're going to test it out in the bright sunlight. Now, I want to warn you about something. If you are not a photographer, you will not be aware of the following. You see what's on my head? See what's on my head here? That is a GoPro. Now let me show you what GoPros do. GoPros automatically adjust for the brightest thing around you. So watch when I turn. Now you're looking at my GoPro. What is the brightest thing? The sky's the brightest thing. So that means everything below the sky is less bright. So if you hold up a phone or something, it's gonna look less bright. And over there, I have a DJI Action 4 camera. Same issue. Look it. Do I look dark? Does the sky look bright and everything down here look dark? Yep, that's what happens with action cameras. They are terrible on overcast days. But hang on, look at this camera. This is a professional camera. It is designed for low light filming. So you're pretty much getting the actual filming lighting experience with this camera. Okay, down there is our DJI Mini 2 and it's going up. So let me show you the brightness on this phone. There you can see the brightness and you can see some glare, the reflection, it's bouncing back at me. So let's make it a little brighter. I'll pull down from the top here. And over here's our brightness control. Let's slide that to max. There we are, that's max brightness. And let's see how that looks. There we go, on a dull day, that's what you get. This is 1300 nits of brightness on a super dull day. See all these reflections here? It's bouncing back to me. That's what you get with this type of display. Now, I don't notice it when I'm looking at it. So when I'm looking at it with my polarized glasses, yes, I have polarized glasses on, but it does have a screen that adapts for that. I only see the glare when I hold it like this. I can see the clouds up top, but not much else. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let me take my GoPro. It's probably not gonna work very well, but I'm gonna hold it like this, looking down. See what I mean? There's the clouds, and then you see everything. And of course it's upside down, but there we go. It's kind of hard to show you on a camera the brightness out here, so you're gonna take my word for it. Once again, I've got sunglasses on, and they are polarized, and I need sunglasses because they're prescription. In other words, I'm blind as a bat without these glasses, so I have to look through this. So can I see this display with the sunglasses on? Well, yeah, I can still see the display. It's bright enough. I could easily fly this drone around with this display. Not a problem at all. Let's see here. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go this way, come past me. Fly it up, and let's take it over this way. So on my display, I can see where I'm going with the houses and everything. I don't think I can show you in the GoPro because of the angle of the light that's happening here. You see that? Maybe you see it every now and then, but as I move the phone, you'll get the reflections. So when you look at this with your eyeballs, you just keep it obviously at a spot where you don't have any reflections. So there we go. Right now it looks perfect for me and I can see everything. It's highly detailed, super bright. So there we go. I'm showing you a screen as if my eyes were looking at it. So that's the brightness you see. And you see as I move it, you'll get some reflections. You'll always get that on an overcast, dull day. All right, let's bring it back to me. It's going back this way. And if I move it this way, it looks a little bit better, but it's on an angle. That gets rid of the glare. And if I go this way, we get the clouds. There's all the clouds up there. And here we have our Mini here. There we go. All right, so the next thing I'll show you on the super dull day is I'll put the Mini 2 against the Mini 3, because on the Mini 3, I have the integrated display. So I'll show you the brightness of that compared to the cell phone on the Mini 2. Let's go check that out now. Now I should mention that this is the integrated screen for the Mini 3. The Mini 4 has the antennas on top. It's pretty much the same device, a little bit better at communication, but it has exactly the same screen. 700 nits of brightness. Okay, the sun has popped out. This is a good time. I have both controllers. I'll hold it up to my GoPro. Honestly, I don't think you can see anything. That's the integrated display. And here we have the super bright display. I bet you can't tell a difference even side by side, because as I move them with the light, it doesn't work. Let me bring it closer to this camera. It's so bright outside and so overcast at the same time that I had to move into my car. So this is the Tripltek Mini. This is the display. How does it look? A little bit less glare now that I'm inside my car, but there's your image. And here we have the DJI display at full brightness, trying to get rid of the glare. This one really picks up the glare, but there we go. So it looks pretty good too. I guess if I put them side by side, it might give you a better idea, but this is going to be tough to do. Let me try it. Okay, I got to put it way back here. Now, with everything far, far back there, you can see that the DJI integrated display at less nits looks more colorful than the Tripltek one. I'm not sure why, because the Tripltek has true colors on it, but maybe the colors just need to be brightened up, whereas on the DJI one, it's naturally bright. So I'm out in the bright sunlight now, and honestly, looking at both, it's kind of funny. Some items I can see on the DJI integrated display that look pretty good, and other items look better on the Tripltek. Like, neither looks outstanding. Both you could easily fly on a bright day. Right now the sun is out. Look, I'm glowing. The sun is shining right now with overcast clouds, which is the worst possible day you could have for looking at a screen, because you get reflections of the clouds with the bright sun. To me, it looks pretty good. I just wish I could show you. I'm gonna put my GoPro like this. I doubt if you could see it. Looking down, they probably both have reflections on them. It's hard to see. Anyways, bring them close to the GoPro. I don't know. You're not going to see down here. You got to take my word for it. So now I know you're asking the question. You're wondering, is this Tripltek better than the DJI integrated display? Well, this is a one-trick pony. You can only use it for the drone it was intended for, or other drones, but it's a drone type, display. That's all it is. Whereas this is a cell phone. It makes phone calls, text messages, it does everything. So you're getting a lot more in this than you are in this. Honestly, display-wise, it's kind of funny that this is only 700 nits, but they use some sort of brightness factor and contrast to make it look pretty good on days like today. And this is just super bright, but on a day like today, it looks fine too. I can read everything and see everything on it. And once again, I'm wearing sunglasses that are polarized. Both of them work well with that, so it's pretty decent. And if you use this as a cell phone, you can see your screen. Let me just take off my stupid glasses here. Oh yeah, you can see the screen easy. Ow, I'm poking myself in the eyes here. Ow, 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 ow. So here you go. If you were using this as a cell phone, could you see your cell phone outside? And the answer is yes. You can see all your icons and apps and everything outside. And I have the dark theme on. I don't even have it on the bright theme. I was also curious to see that on 100% brightness, if the battery power drops, it's a huge battery in here, 5,000 milliamp hours. But I'm still at 100% battery, and I've been flying a drone on full brightness. I've been staring at it on full brightness. I do feel a little bit of warmth, but it's still at 100%. Check this out. You can see up top here, still at 100% battery charge. Now, since it is sunny out here, I'm just going to try the camera out on this thing. You can set this up that if you touch the side button, it takes a picture, but I don't think I did that. If I hit the side button, it's probably just going to turn off, so I have to take a picture this way. And I'm going to turn it on video mode and take a video. All right, so there I am taking a video, and we'll see how this comes out. Of course, there's no image stabilization or anything like that on here. I don't think there is. It's a forward-facing camera. I'm just going to rotate because the lighting will change as I rotate, go from bright to dark. And now I'm in dark because it's brighter behind me. And then when it's brighter on my face will light up. There we go. So that's what the video looks like. And yeah, I don't think there's image stabilization. Let me walk a little bit here. Probably bounces all over the place. Yeah. So anyways, that was just a test. All right, that's about it. Let's go back indoors. Now, one thing I should have mentioned earlier is that if you're a photographer, then this here HDMI input is probably something you would use, because what you do is you take your cell phone, you plug it in here in the USB-C, take the other end and you put it into your professional camera, which is falling apart back there, and then you'll get the display coming out of the lens. Instead of on your little screen in the back, you can have it on a bigger screen on a remote monitor someplace else. Now, for drone pilots, Tripltek says it's set up out of the box that when you plug this into your remote controller on a drone, your radio, anything like that, it's not gonna then go into charge mode. It will just sit there. It won't charge from your remote, whereas some phones, people hate that when that happens. It's just gonna use this as data. And for motorcyclists and ATV, they're pushing this towards them as well. So you would put this on your motorcycle or ATV. You can run apps on the side. There is an app on here. You can kind of see it. So this is an example of one of the apps you would use. You would have this on your handlebars. You'd see where you're going, listen to music, see your speedometer and all the other good details. You can have all sorts of things on there. So what are my final thoughts on this Tripltek Mini? Well, if you're someone who flies drones and you don't like using your cell phone because you're afraid of dropping your cell phone or damaging your cell phone or getting phone calls while you're flying, then this is probably a pretty good idea, because it is pretty bright. It's probably brighter than your cell phone. So it'd be decent outdoors for a drone user, although the screen is not massively large at over 6 inches. The bonus though is you get a ton of storage on this thing and a very bright screen and a very large battery. So that's the bonus. The thing that people might not like is that there's no camera on the rear, because I know everybody who has a cell phone, you stand like this and take pictures, but with this one, there's none of that. You got to take yourself in the photo, although it's got a very good camera in the front. My guess is they left off the camera, so it's just one less thing to break, as I mentioned earlier, because you can drop this, bang it around. It shouldn't break. It's got Gorilla Glass, all that other good stuff. I don't know if they classify this as shockproof, shatterproof, waterproof, all these things they do with their larger size tablets. It doesn't show it on the website, and it didn't show up in the documentation I received, so I don't know if that's the case. But I can tell you the following. I've been using this for about 5 days. I've powered it on. I just use it to watch movies, answer your viewer comments. I did not put a SIM card in mine because I don't have an extra SIM card, so I did not test it out as a true cell phone doing voice calls, texting, messaging, all that other stuff. But this video is just more an overview to let you know that this product does exist, and you can check out the Tripltek website or the links below and go and get yourself one. It is a very bright screen. So, new Tripltek product, I'll stick you over here, and at the same time I will say go and check the links below this video to find out more about this product and see if it is the item for you. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions on this product, the ones I can answer, well, I'll try to answer them. Just post your questions below. But for now, I say thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you in another video in the future with new products. Until then, I say bye.